What's going on, everyone? It is Nick here to talk about different ways to grow and make money with newsletters. Today, I'm going to be talking about a new experiment that I'm trying, basically turning a newsletter into a podcast. And obviously, because it's 2024, we're going to use AI. We're not going to record this manually. So I'm going to jump in here to exactly how I'm doing this and how you can basically turn any newsletter into a podcast within a matter of minutes. There's a few ideas that you could run with this. So if you run your own newsletter and you basically just want to have more output or more discoverability channels, you could turn it into a podcast, upload it to Spotify, any platform that has podcasts, and basically just have an entire other media channel for your newsletter, super quick. Also, this could be a business on its own, basically turning newsletters into podcasts. You could offer this as a service. Tons of different things that you can do with this. So let's jump in, see exactly how you could do this, how simple it is, and basically what I'm doing. Okay, so for this example, I'm going to be using my newsletter, The Follow-Up. Join thefollowup.com if you're not subscribed already. What are you waiting for? Go subscribe. But that's not what we're talking about here. So I'm going to use one of the stories or one of the newsletters from last week. This was all about choosing the right story to sell with. So first thing you're going to do, literally just copy the entire newsletter here or entire story from your newsletter, paste it into a doc. And now there is a little bit of manual work that needs to go in here. So like taking out emojis, we're going to be translating this or basically scribing it with 11 Labs with an AI voice. So like there's no reason to have emojis in here. You also want to edit it so that it reads like someone would speak. You should already, it's a rule of writing. You should already be writing like you speak. But if there's things like bullet points or if things are just, they don't sound like they'd actually be spoken, you'll just want to edit those out. So I'll take out those emojis. But other than this, this is a pretty good one because it's kind of written like it's spoken. Like I tend to write in like a voice. So this is actually pretty good to go here. So next thing we're going to do is come over to 11 Labs. Now you'll have to sign up for an account. I think you're going to be able to do this with a free account. I signed up for a paid account just so that I can make my own voices. So the cool thing here is you could actually record your own voice so that this podcast is in your voice. You just upload a minute of your own voice and it'll clone your voice and then read that entire newsletter in your voice. So it sounds like you're actually doing the podcast. I actually found a clip of Jordan Belfort or Leonardo DiCaprio from Wolf of Wall Street so that my podcast is in the voice of Jordan Belfort. So you can make whatever voice you want here. This is the one that I used here. And then you're just going to paste your newsletter in here. So text to speech. And I've already done this here. You can see you don't need to be told how important storytelling is for sales. Let me grab a sip of water real quick. Okay. And so once you have this done, you'll basically say generate speech. And then you'll want to mess with all of this type of stuff just to see how exaggerated it is. When you start going super exaggerated, it says it may lead to instability. It'll do some weird stuff. I like to have it pretty exaggerated, especially with a voice like Jordan Belfort. But I don't know if you could hear it.
However, choosing the wrong story to tell is just as bad as not telling one.
It's pretty good. It does sound like Leo from the movie. So next thing, you'll just go ahead and download this. Where do you download this? Download right here. So just hit download. I've already done this. You'll just download the MP4 file. And then you'll just come over to Spotify for podcasters. So I'm sure there's other platforms out there you can upload and spread it out to a bunch of podcast platforms. But Spotify for podcasters, it's free. It gets you on Spotify for free. So this is my profile right here. You just go new episode. The great thing is you already have basically your show notes written out. So you can just use the same exact title from your newsletter. You'll upload the audio here. You'll then add your cover photo, go through the whole shebang here and then upload it. So you can see I already uploaded it here. One play, ranking number 6. It's gotten like nothing, right? I didn't include this in the newsletter, but I think that's another cool thing you could do. Like after you have this or you make it a podcast before you actually publish the newsletter, and then you include it in your newsletter, so it's pulling more people over to, let's say, your Spotify or your Apple Podcasts, and it's building an audience over there as well. So yeah, that's basically how you can turn a newsletter into a podcast in like 5 minutes and create an entire new marketing channel for yourself. So if that was helpful, comment below. Let me know what you want me to cover next. I'm going to be recording something new at least 2 to 3 times a week, all about growing and monetizing a newsletter. So let me know what you want to see below. Peace.